Everyone is sleeping over Herman, but for budget tank in the treasure hunt, he is a real steal. Here's why Herman actually deserves a spot in your team, especially if you are low on top tier tanks. Obviously, in all the progressions, you're going to use some other tanks that is maybe one idea more valuable or doing better job like Caesar or maybe Otto, but at the end of the day, if you want to go for treasure hunts, you may actually need more tanks in your teams. Obviously, Herman is not the only one, only 3-star hero. Also, I really like, by the way, this bad boy. This is Grant. Grant is also having some ability for healing. Now, why I'm actually speaking about the Herman? First of all, he is a 3-star, so obviously I have him level 40, so it's not only in the treasure hunt I actually need this hero, but in many other content. The main power of the Herman, and especially for treasure hunt where the healing is little, is not many healing there, is that he can actually heal himself. Also is doing AoE damage, storms the ground, dealing 151% damage to all enemies within the range of 2.5. The range, by the way, is pretty wild. It's 2.5, and healing Herman by 707 of his base damage. So you can see how huge healing this hero is getting. And you're going to also have some limitation from the point of how many healers you're going to have. You're going to need one tank, you're going to need one healer, and depending on the content, you may want to have more AoE damage dealers or maybe single target if there is some kind of boss. And you have some snipers like William Tell, maybe Robin Hood. It didn't actually matter, but for sure you're going to need a tank, and I think Herman is going to fit very well in almost everywhere. I also use him a lot in the Tesla Storm. It's level 40. It's level 40, but still, this guy is a hidden gem. And here is the thing with the Herman: his durability is strong enough to handle basic treasure hunt threats without full investment. This is one of the things. You don't need to actually go that hard over this bad boy. I have him like 3 times awakened, and it's mostly about HP and defense, the boost. But later we can see some focus here and more defense. I think if I get the focus, it's going to be one idea better because he's going to trigger his spell more faster. But at the end of the day, we're talking about something like a second tank that you may need in the treasure hunt. And I think Herman is going to fit this role very well. I'm going to even make a test to show you how far you can actually go with Herman, and in general how this hero is proceeding. I'm going to take out Otto. Yeah, I don't want to take out Otto, but yeah, I think everybody who is playing Heroes of History Epic Empire know Otto and how strong this hero is. Also, I can actually say Hassan because Hassan is a 2-star, but still is going to give you the time to collect everybody. And if you have some heroes like Medusa to do mass stun and poison, and maybe Maria Curie to basically destroy everything. But here we're talking about Herman, so I'm going to show you just short overview of the spells of this bad boy. Now this is one of the latest campaigning, so here we're not having any kind of fire elementals. You have to keep in mind that leaf beat water beat fire beat leaf, something like this. So in situation like this, I'm going to take out Otto and I'm going to place here Herman. Now obviously I'm going to put Louis behind, and here I'm not going to have the taunt. Now the bad thing here is my main hero, which is Medusa, and Edison is going to do less damage. So yeah, just to show you the spells of this bad boy. Okay, Edison is jumping. He's crazy. Oh my god. Okay, we have Medusa stunning everybody. Okay, Herman actually spell is very slow, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, 2 times Edison is going to fire up. No wonder why Edison is one of the best heroes in the game. 1.7k, he just healed himself. There is a chance he may not actually survive, but yeah, at the end of the day, We're looking to actually have something that is going to heal himself. Oh my god, he's going to die. Oh, brother. Okay. Maybe for this specific stage, it's going to be better to be with Otto, obviously. But still, I think for the cheap solution, Herman is going to serve you well for your 5th or 6th team for treasure hunt. Okay, oh my god, I'm not quite sure I'm going to be able to even finish this one. Maybe Medusa can finish this thing. Okay, we have also Louis. Yeah, we're going to finish that. It's just one healer left. We're going to finish that. But at the end of the day, I just wanted to show you how much healing the Herman actually get. And it was like 1.7k, which I think is a pretty decent number from point of healing. And you're going to need some healing. You know, you have to keep your heroes alive so you can proceed further in the treasure hunt. And the thing is, he's costing only one folio to max, making him ideal for free-to-play players and the new players. Now, I still didn't actually invest this folio to make him level 50, but yeah, I just have better tanks at the moment, but I think it's just a good option if you're new, if you just start playing Heroes of History Epic Empire. Most likely you're going to get a lot of 2 stars and 3 stars, which one of them maybe is going to be Herman, since you know the 4-star or epic heroes and legendary heroes are one idea more hard to be get it. I mean, it's not impossible. I think this game is pretty much is a lot of free-to-play player orientated from point of, you know, getting some summons, getting some draws, getting some legendary heroes. Obviously there's going to be places where pay to win is going to pay to win players is going to have edge, and this is absolutely normal. I mean, if somebody is spending something, definitely should get some advantages. So yeah, with one folio in the future you can make this beautiful hero extremely strong. Now, should I suggest getting a folio? I think you should actually put your folios on your main heroes first and then actually think about the Herman. And if you enjoyed this video so far, don't forget to hit one like and subscribe, write a comment below. It can be just I comment or something like this. It's really helping the channel by a lot in YouTube algorithm. Now, what kind of heroes you can basically pair this hero? I'm going to give you 2 suggestions, and one of the suggestions is Curie. Now, if you see Curie, I think Curie is actually pairing with everybody very well. I mean, this hero is absolutely crazy. Maria Curie is maybe one of the biggest damage dealers in Heroes of History Epic Empire. And the other hero that I still don't have, and I think this is more relevant for Herman, this is William Wowens. And the ability of William Wowens is pretty nice. Perform a powerful sword attack, dealing some damage to all enemy units. Within the range, William Wowens got 269 of his base damage as a shield to increase his defense. Now, you see, this is like 2 very nice tanks in the front lines, or Herman can be a tank and Curie can do crazy damage. Obviously, this is going to be one of the best tanks in the game. This is the Caesar, and Caesar is having this taunt, you know. This taunt. Enemy units close to Caesar are affected by his purely aura burning for 16%. Now here we don't have something like boosting the defense, getting some extra shield or something like this, like for example Hassan and Otto is having, but still is one of the best tanks in Heroes of History Epic Empire. So yeah, just wanted to point out one of the heroes that many people forget, but at the end of the day it can be extremely valuable, way more easy to be awakened, and it can be your second tank or just cheap version of a good tank that you can actually use. So I guess that's all for this video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new here, like, comment, and yeah, wish you a great day and see you in the next video.